Hello, thank you for joining and thank you for your interest in our new Prospective Managers portal. My name is Jen Hicks. I'm our Director of Client Development, and this is going to be a simple overview tutorial explaining what you can expect within your portal and who is the intended audience for this service. The Prospective Managers portal is intended for managers that are serious about fund formation and launch, but are still in the very early stages. They need tools to help them in order to be able to successfully start that formation process, start engaging with providers, and really get the ball rolling. So with that said, let's get started and I will give you an overview. So through our website, you can subscribe. I want to just quickly show you what that would look like in terms of emails. So when you register, you would receive an email that looks like this with your receipt from Capital Fund Law Group and the amount you paid. It'll have a payment invoice receipt number, and then following this, you're going to receive your registration email. This is going to give you access to the portal that we will go through. So it's important to make sure that you are paying attention to your emails and checking your spam in case you don't see this. But it should be received within an hour. If not, you contact our support. Let's get started. The Prospective Managers portal, once you're logged in and subscribed, you're going to just have a quick profile page. You'll have a video that will be similar to this, but more detailed in the resources, what to access, and how to utilize it. This is just going to go through a quick demonstration of each product within. You'll have your profile page, and within here, you're going to have instructions on how to navigate your portal, both through the video and these written instructions. Within the portal, you're going to have some drop-down tabs, and these are going to be how to guide yourself within your portal. The main tab you're going to want to start with is the roadmap. The roadmap has been created through blood, sweat, and tears, thousands of prospective client and emerging manager calls, and we have developed a systematic way to internally plan for your future fund launch. And it's going to go through each level that you need to understand and develop. It's a 30+ page document. It's very detailed. And along with that, throughout the portal, you're going to see links. These links are going to allow you to view either a preview, or all you have to do is scroll down and you'll see the resource roadmap support resources. For example, one of the things that we've created just as a simple template is a management business plan. And this management business plan is meant as a guideline to help you get started in your future management company and what you need to have put in within that. So it's going to give you a starting point to develop your own. And the same as with all of these, things you might not even think of, understanding core values within your management company that will ultimately define how you run your company and your fund. Competitor analysis information, making sure that you are looking at other competitors within the industry, market research, your mission statement, assistance with, once you're at the point, being able to put your performance and track record within graphs that are deemed appropriate by state and federal regulators. Also, investor personas. I want to quickly go through that in this overview. Investor personas are discussed within the roadmap, and they're a way to develop who your target investor should be. It's a methodical approach. You create personas for fictional investors, but investors that you would like to see as your participants and limited partners within your fund. Next, after the roadmap, you're going to have marketing guidelines and best practices. Within here, you're going to have a few different things. You're going to have a couple of quick snapshots, common mistakes that we see within marketing documents, how to structure a manager bio. It needs to be structured in a specific way that is compliant. And so it's good to know how you're going to need to list your educational, professional background. And then we have an exclusive white paper for our prospective manager subscribers and our clients that goes through the overview of essentials within the 400+ page final marketing rule by the Securities Exchange Commission. So this is going to cover really what is direct or indirect communications. What can you show in terms of performance? What are endorsements or testimonials and the regulations surrounding that, and taking compensation for referrals? That's a very important matter and question we get asked a lot. After that, we have provided 2 sample tear sheets. And this is, again, to help you develop your future management company and fund, to understand what types of information would be put within a tear sheet to show prospective investors. And these are downloadable. There are some items on here, such as the roadmap and the marketing document, that are only viewable through the portal, but you can also be able to access it through a simple PDF if you choose to instead. And that's just with a pop out, and then you can look at it in Adobe. Next, we're going to have a discussion that's also detailed within your roadmap that goes over service providers. What we have done is created one-on-one webinars with various providers in order to answer commonly asked questions by prospective and emerging managers, things that they don't understand in terms of services these providers offer, why they need these providers, why these providers may be essential in their fund formation, launch, and ongoing operations. Third-party providers, even legal counsel, they should be looked at and selected as part of your support team. If you're starting small, a solo manager, less than 3 managers within the company, you're going to want to have external resources in order to guide you. So each of these webinars cover specific key topics that area of providers offers. We've also provided the contact information for our guest participants within that. As part of our resources, we've listed out events, webinars, and some additional associations within the industry that might be beneficial for you to look into. We have included past events so that you can look and see what went on, what may be reoccurring on an annual basis so that you're aware of it for the upcoming year, as well as upcoming events. And we update these and list these as we receive the content or emails for these events. None of these we're affiliated with, including the associations as well as the providers. We take no compensation for anything that we put up here. We simply do it so that you can start integrating and networking within the industry and getting a better sense of how fund management works. This is going to be a big section that you refer to from the roadmap. Within this, you're going to see common investment terms and strategies so that you can get a fundamental understanding of terms that you may hear during legal discussions from investors and others within the industry. So we have them for open-end funds, hedge funds, digital asset funds, as well as closed-end funds, private equity, venture capital, real estate, however your fund is structured. Next, we've provided, which I think is really important, example investment strategies. This way you can start tailoring your own strategy within your own document, but you're able to have an overview, the investment objective, your philosophy, analysis, the strategy section, everything that might go into this. It gives you a better idea of what you need to have within the documents. Ultimately, your legal counsel will draft the documents your strategy will go into, but to be able to provide your legal counsel with something comprehensive is going to expedite the process. It's going to make it simpler on your part and less of a headache during formation. We've also included federal and state regulations. These are just accessible bullet points and links to some of the primary regulations that you're going to see within the roadmap, as well as ones that you need to be aware of, the rules around private fund advisement. Commodity and Futures Trading Commission, again, this is a lot of strategies with futures, commodities, digital asset will often fall within this with leverage. And then individual state regulations. So it's important for you, based on where you're located, if you are domestic within the United States, go and look at the state you are in. It goes off of where you're providing that investment activity. So wherever you're advising from, that's where you're going to be regulated. And that's discussed more within the portal. So each state has their own state level investment advisor regulations to abide by. And it's important to know of those, or at least have a basic understanding of those. Finally, you're going to have your attorney consultation. Your attorney consultation is at the end of your journey within this portal and your roadmap, and it's going to assist in evaluating your readiness. So what you will do is provide a submission form. The submission form is going to have some detailed answers or questions that require responses. We don't expect you to know everything, especially when it comes to the legal side of fund formation, but we want to see that you are committed to your ultimate goal and have done your homework. So we're going to request that you answer some of these questions. I want you to upload documents you've created, your own management plan, your market research presentation. Of course, these are hypothetical for now. You haven't created any entities, you haven't launched anything, you are not speaking with investors at this point, but it gives us an idea for when you speak with one of our experienced attorneys so that they can really go into where you're at in the process, questions that you still have, and then their recommendations for next steps, whether that's moving to the formation process, whether that's starting with one of our pre-launch services, like an incubator fund, or maybe going back to the drawing board on some of the points to readjust some of the documents and your ideas that you've created. This is an included 45-minute consultation. So we take it very seriously. We want to make sure your time and our time is utilized to the best of its ability, which is why making sure you are ready to answer the questions within the submission is so important. That wraps up this presentation of the brief overview on the roadmap and the portal. Please reach out if you have additional questions. However, this is a self-guided portal. It is not one that comes with legal counsel to answer questions along the way. That is what that attorney consultation is at the end of your 3-month subscription. Thank you so much, and we hope to welcome you into the portal.